And before that, I was in this like Australian chat room for gay women, and it like blocked my URL. Like I couldn't log on from anywhere in my house because they thought it was a guy, and I was just being myself, and I had my own picture, and I was just talking. I didn't use my real name, but I had my real picture. I was just chatting, and they thought I was a guy. They all accused me that I'm just wanting to hang out around with a bunch of gay women, you know. And so every time I've ever presented the female online, where people can't hear or see me, they always accuse me of being a male. So when Aaron did it, I was just like, I'm just done. Okay, I'm going to be Slim Biggie. I'm just going to be a guy. And so I found this Lisa's little channel, and I would talk to her. It turned out Aaron was stalking me in that chat for like a month or so, and then she went and informed her that I wasn't a guy, and I was just chatting there as myself. There wasn't anything, you know, nothing going on. She didn't like me or anything. And so yeah, Aaron did that, and then I just got really, and then she had her friend Roger, who was a trans male, who catfished her for a year and made her think he was a man the whole time. And, which was kind of funny, because she was accusing me of doing that, and meanwhile, her and that Roger guy, he was doing that to her for over a year. But anyway, poetic justice. So,
poetic justice? What?
And I had heard of like making lemonade, you know, Jamie's channel. But I guess she was true crime, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Yevon knows any of these channels.
Oh yeah, you probably don't do that. Or nothing really. But everybody in our community knows Jamie making lemonade. You know, I mean, like Randy, you know her, even though you don't watch her. Yeah. And so I'm just like, I'm going to make a video and just roast all these, like, like Mary Marlowe, people like that. All these drama people are total idiots. I'm just going to roast them in this video. So I made this video about all of them, making them look like idiots, and they were all like, that was so great, that was so funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, I fucking roasted all you people, and you think it's funny. And I was doing it because I was mad, and it was such a great outlet. So then that was kind of a hit, and then I started making stuff about Robbie because Jamie hated St. Robbie. So I made some about him. And then it just went from there. And then I caught on about Laura and then Diane and them, and then that was the beginning of January, like when I made that first video. And so that was it. Yeah, she didn't record me.
No, we're not
live about me.
Well, I'm not going to say she won't go live about you. She won't go live about this.
Hold on, that's not the right one.
Yeah, you are. We all are, honey. You think I can't use you and I was just some big mouth motherfucker? No. It just happened. No, absolutely not. Well, maybe I was, but...
See, I would think that you were born a big mouth motherfucker.
No, I'm really, like, in real life, I'm really shy and reserved. I don't say I'm...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a whole lot. Mad. You're even worse than Randy when you're mad.
Yeah, I can get pretty,
you're
loud.
Scary.
No, I'm not scary at all. I just got a big mouth when I want to use it. But my point is that why do you let people use that kind of stuff against you?
Like, what do you mean? Use what stuff? Oh, like another thing, like Randy can relate to this, and she thought it was really horrible. First, if you don't mind me, Randy, speaking for you, she thought it was really horrible when I said that. Like the nice thing about presenting male online or on my channel or whatever is that it comes with a lot of male privilege, and it does. And like I was telling her, the minute that they outed me and some people were thinking that I was a woman, they weren't sure, like early on, like there were certain people, like all of a sudden, women who were so tolerant of me in their chat thought, oh, I was like funny, cute, and then I was a woman, all of a sudden I was like this fucking bitch all of a sudden. People started calling me a bitch, and I hate that. Like people in real life do not call me that ever. And so,
I think they're like calling you that.
I hate when women, what?
Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
No, I I hate when women call each other that. And I hate women who just like coddle men and think like, just like kind of like Benny G was on their panel. They're like, get some water. Oh, he's such a drunk calling everybody C-word. Oh, poor little thing. Like that just repulses me to no end.
Yeah,
and it's because he's a guy. If he was a woman up there, they would have been like, Wendy would have like cursed, called him a bitch and every other word and thrown her off if he was her. And I just, so I like kind of having that pass in a way.
So you're telling me that you get treated different because people think you're, I've never thought about it like that, but I totally get what you're saying. So you get treated better?
Yeah. And I mean, and I know a lot of trans males, and they talk about that in real life too. That all of a sudden people listen to you, like in their jobs and stuff. Like all of a sudden, like they're passing, they can't tell that they're a trans male. They just pass as a male, and they talk about how when they say something, like people listen, like they pay more attention. And the only difference, they're the same person. They're just a guy all of a sudden, and. So, yeah, I mean, that part is not, I mean, I don't mind that part at all. But yeah, once they started thinking I was a woman, then all these women were just, like, start coming at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were so much more tolerant when they thought I was just a guy. And then when it removed some of that doubt, they just started acting so vicious. And, like, I just...
Are you looking online to, like... I don't really know, because I don't really know a lot about you other than what Randy tells me. Are you looking just to have, like, online relationships? Are you ever looking to move it to where it's actually, like, you know, something real? Because, like, if you're just doing, and these people just, unless you're being upfront and telling them, like, everything or whatever, I mean, however you do it.
Well, the thing is, like, this is, Brandy, is a big deal because, and I just say that women email me, there's actually a guy... No, he turned out to be one. But anyway, there's just like a handful of women who email me or message me, and they don't care like what I am, and I'm not coming on to them. I know that on YouTube I act flirty with everybody, and I just do that, but I do not do that in email. Well, I mean, I did that same because I was totally fucking with her because she said I could email or something. Okay. But I don't do that, and I've already gotten tons of messages, emails saying, you've never made me feel uncomfortable, you've never flirted with me, you've never come on to me. They're all, you know, they're like, I don't care what you are.
Yeah, I'm sure you got tons of messages saying that. I'm sure.
Like, you're just a friend, you're just somebody I talk to. And some of them are married.
Thank you, we see you. Exactly.
It's just, you know, talking about YouTube stuff, personal stuff sometimes.
Don't think she was outed as being a fucking catfish.
But I'm not, like, I mean, like that, what that Roger did to Aaron, like that's messed up because she's selling.
We don't know who the fuck Roger and Aaron are, bitch.
And he's a
she don't know where she is.
I get it. Like you want them to like you for who you are, but unfortunately, I mean, there's some people like that. I mean, especially when I went to my trans group, there's a lot of people who they don't care. They just like the person. They don't care if you're male, female, whatever. It doesn't matter to them. But there are people who it does matter to, and that's completely valid, obviously, but I mean, she should have figured out though, because he wouldn't talk to her or anything. But as much as I can't stand her, I actually felt bad for her. But then she was trashing trans males because she was saying I was and he was, and she has a horrible experience, so she thinks all trans people are horrible, whatever. Which I can get her feeling that way, I guess, but yeah, I forgot what I was answering anyway.
No, I was asking you, like, do you ever plan to, like, actually take any, like, online relationships, maybe offline?
She's asking her, what's your fucking end game? What's your fucking point, FOD? What are you doing all this weird gender identity specific catfishing and trolling on the internet for? That's what the fuck we want to know. Good job, Yava.
But I would let the person know early on if I thought they were interested in me.
Okay, like I didn't know.
Kind of like with Randy, because she knew I was interested in her, but she knew early on.
Yeah,
I mean, we were friends for a few months, and then once she found out that I was not a guy, like, we just continue to talk as friends. But
so she admits that she catfished Randy as a guy at first. Did y'all hear that? Somebody type it in the chat so I can put it on the board. She admits she catfished Randy as a dude. We see you. Thank you. This doesn't sound like a private conversation between friends. Think I hear Yaba saying, I don't know you. And you can tell that FOD don't know us. She doesn't know who she's talking to. She thinks that Yaba knows fuck all about this true crime community or Lemonade, whoever the fuck that is. Randy even tried to tell her. Yaba doesn't know who those people are. Oh, yeah, totally, because they're beneath me. Yeah. She doesn't know where the fuck she is or who the fuck she's dealing with.
They think you're a rebel. Randy treated you the same, or probably better, because she would probably totally ditch you if you were a dude.
Exactly, Murph.
Well, I mean, I'm just being honest.
No, I know, and actually that's really something I have going against me, because of just like being a gay woman in my real life. Like, it's funny because it's so much easier to get closer to a woman because their guard is down, they trust you, and they tell you everything. And even though sometimes I'm like, gosh, I wish I was a guy, but like it would be so much more difficult. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed that yourself.
She says, sometimes I wish I was a guy, but she also says she's a lesbian woman. Who cares what the fuck I say? What I hear is, all I'm hearing is her describing how she deceives women on the internet, not men. You don't see her going around deceiving men. All we're hearing her describe and outline here is how the fuck she goes all over the fucking internet, all over the globe. She started in Australia, deceiving women on the internet.
Being interested in women like that, it's easier to get closer. So really, that kind of goes against me really online, because I can see people going, oh, this, it's a guy, he's weird, he's whacking off to me, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's totally different.
Yeah, so and so that's why I've never, when I started out, I was like, because I was presented as a guy, I was like, I'm not going to email anybody, no woman, because like that could look really bad.
But there are lots of single women in the community. I don't know why you're missing out on all that, though.
What do you mean? And what?
I mean, if that's something that you're interested in, like, hooking up and talking to girls and shit like that, like, there's definitely no shortage around here, like gay women.
No, I know. No, you're right. But yeah, no, so I just, and then I realized that Laura said to her that email the first I forgot I did, but I asked her if it was okay if I did. I forget what I asked her about. It was something YouTube. And then same with the other one where I just said, we unblocked me. Those are the only two people. Everybody else who messages me or emails me has reached out to me first. I don't want to feel like a creepy stalker, title.
Would you be willing to talk to Sam if I merged her in the call?
Okay, well, y'all heard what I had to say.